You will have to find the least common multiple of two numbers. In this case, this is question number 1 of your uh, assignment title, least common multiple. So we have the number 8 and 10, and it's very simple and very similar to what when we find the least common denominator in a fraction. So we're going to go ahead and create our least common denominator box, but we're not going to call it that. We're just going to go ahead and call it least common multiple. So I'm going to create my box. The two numbers that are going to go in my box will be the number 8 and 10. So I have number 8 and the number 10. And you basically are going to find what's the least common multiple that these two numbers have in common. So I'm going to start with very simple. 8 times 1 equals 8. 8 times 2 equals 16. 8 times 3 will give us 24. 8 times 4 will give us 32. And I'm going to do one more. 8 times 5 will give us 40. And I'll put it right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and go and do the same thing with my 10. 10 times 1 will give us 10. 10 times 2 gives us 20. 10 times 3 gives us 30. 10 times 4 gives us 40. And I could see that we have a least common multiple between the number 10 and 8, which is the number 40. So as my answer for the first question you will see on your end, you should go ahead and put 40. Move on to the next one. This is the same concept. We're going to go ahead and do our least common denominator box. But once again, we're not looking for the least common denominator. We're looking for the least common multiple, which is the same thing. So I don't want you to get scared and feel like I do not know what Ms. R is talking about. It is done the same way as if you were finding the least common denominator. So instead of the number 8 and 10 here, I'm going to go ahead and put the number 10 and 6. So number 10 and number 6. Will create a least common multiple box on your notebook, and you're going to put the digits that you see here, 10 and 6. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to start with 10 times 1 equals 10. 10 times 2 equals 20. 10 times 3 equals 30. 30. 10 times 4 will give me 40. And now I'm going to go ahead and start with my 6. 6 times 1 will give me 6. 6 times 2 will give me 12. 6 times 3 will give me 18. 6 times 4 gives me 24. 6 times 5, because I haven't found a number that the number 10 and 6 have in common, so I need to continue. So I'm going to go ahead and add on to my box. And I'm going to go ahead and check what 6 times 5 gives me, which is 30. And there we go. We found the least common denominator between the number 10 and 6. And I'm sorry, I'm supposed to say the least common multiple. And the number will be 30. So the answer for your second question will be 30. You can go ahead and put 30. And you're going to move on to the second one. As you could tell, you keep doing your least common multiple box, and you put the numbers that are given to you in the box, and you're just going to find what multiple they have in common. That's basically all you do on this assignment. Make sure you take notes, make sure you ask questions, and make sure you write all your work on a piece of paper.